Okay, let's see. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. Let me see. Let me see something. Hopefully, y'all can hear me. Hopefully, y'all can hear me. Hopefully, y'all can hear me. Okay. So, what's up? Welcome to the live. It's been a while since I've been on live. It's crazy. So, the live is called Exhibiting Forgiveness, and welcome. Welcome to the live. This is crazy. It's been a while. I don't even know what to say. Um, but it's been a minute since I've been on here. So, Exhibiting Forgiveness. They came from a movie. Andra O'Day is on there, the singer, and I forgot the band's name that's in the movie too. But it's a good movie. Um, and I seen it about. Uh, it's been a few weeks, I think, and prior to seeing that, I just been getting messages about forgiveness just on my own personal journey, and what that may mean to me on this leg of my journey that I'm on. So that's the baseline. The baseline for this reading, I'll pull some cards here, um, but the baseline of it is exhibiting forgiveness. And of course, that may mean something different for everybody. Because some people may be forgiving others, they may be forgiving family, some people may be forgiving themselves, um, some may be redefining what forgiveness is to them. Um, Maybe you forgiving a coworker, who knows? But that's the baseline for this reading today. Um, so I'm gonna jump right into it and pull some cards. Um, as the energy of the Most High, God, Heavenly Father. Ask for the energy of Jesus Christ to protect this reading, protect the listeners of this reading, the ones that are here that need the help, the peace of mind, the validation of that, or the affirmation, um, or yeah, because I should be affirming things that you already know um, for this reading. So, thank you. Let's see what we have here. Let's see what we have here. Oh, wow. Let's see. This is a general reading. Remember that. So, how this may apply to you, just take what resonates with you and check looses to what doesn't resonate. So, the first storyline that I have out here is that there may be some horse symbolism. You may be seeing horses. You may be seeing a lot of horses. You may even be going through a Kundalini awakening. I don't know because there's flames in this card, and of course y'all can't see it. Y'all can only hear my voice, and that's intentional. So if you're looking for to be viewing something online, I mean to be viewing a physical video of me, um, that's not what this is. It's pretty much a podcast. Um, so what I'm getting is horse symbolism though. So you maybe can look up the symbolism of the horse and see how it resonates with you at this time. I feel like that some people may be having like a chakra clearing, a sacral chakra clearing, so your sexual energy may be through the roof right now for some people, um, or it may feel like that. Um, and I feel like that the next card is the Nine of Wands, and it says strength. So I feel like that with these cards together, the Knight of Wands and then the Nine of Wands, I, I don't know why. There's a sun in the Nine of Wands card, and that's what sticks out to me the most. And when I'm talking about the fire element, so you could be a fire sign, maybe Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or you could have some prominent fire signs. Yeah. So you could have some fire signs in a prominent place in your house, in your houses. I think I said that right. Yeah, you may have a prominent fire sign placement. It could be in your north node. And so if you are going through trials and tribulations, like coming from left and right, north and south, east and west, and if you feel like that these attacks, because I feel like these are attacks. I do. I feel like these are attacks. There may be some Native American ancestors, or you may be Native American, or there's some Native American energy here. Native, native, huh? Native. Some of y'all need to change y'all soap to plant-based soap. That's for some people. Not need to, but you could. You may be. If there's some skin irritation or some burning that's going on with the skin, you may need to look at some plant-based soaps, or if you've been having like rashes or something like that. Okay, so this horse, I feel like is trampling over some sticks, like these wands, these nine of wands, and it's happening fast. So what I'm getting is that what I just heard is as heavy as the crown. So you may have some Native American blood, DNA, ancestry that's going on. Okay, what does it have to do with this? I don't know what that has to do with this, but I feel like that is bringing you closer to your ancestors. I don't know if you are relying more on your ancestors at this time or relying more on the roots of who you are, which is your ancestors, but they're coming through strong. And as you build up your relationship with your ancestors, you're going to be able to navigate the obstacles that are happening in your life. There is a because there's a sun at the tip of this wand in the middle. I feel like that's a symbol of there's light at the end of the tunnel. I'm getting there's light at the end of the tunnel. And if you feel like that you've been going through a death and rebirth process, then you are. This is a confirmation that you are going through a rebirth after experiencing all of these. These ones could have been delaying you. Um, this could have been projections from other people. Okay, so some of you are going to have to view some of these trials and tribulations that you're going through from a higher perspective. Because as you begin to, I feel like that as you begin to get in the ring, right? You getting in the ring. As you begin to get in the ring of fire, you solidifying yourself in the spiritual realm and beginning to do work in the spiritual realm and not fight this on the physical realm is solidifying your place or your crown in spirit. It's solidifying that you have chosen to take a spiritual route and not a physical route. And this is creating and this is magnetizing a death and rebirth cycle. So there may be some endings, especially with this number nine. We're in the ninth year, we're in the year of the snake. So you may be shedding old aspects of yourself heavy at this time, especially with us going into spring, being in the spring. I feel like that you are shedding old skin, which looks like old turmoil. It's showing up as turmoil in your life that has come to a head because this light at the top of this one also look like things are coming to a head, right? As you go through this process, and it's happening. You may have had some abrupt changes that you had no control over. You just kind of had to surrender to. And that was the whole reason for these things that you're going through. It was asking for you to surrender and to look at things from a more spiritual perspective or build up your spiritual arsenal for something. That's what I'm getting. A spiritual arsenal. A spiritual arsenal. Okay. Um, you're protected. You may have you're protected. Also, there's okay. You may have something. There may be a Scorpio around, or there's a Scorpio energy, or maybe you have some placements in Scorpio in one of your houses or something like that. That's prominent, or that's being magnetized. Well, not magnetized, magnified at this time. Mm, I feel like that you're seeing beyond the mob tricks. And so you may have had some lower vibrational energies that have been trying to keep you stuck in the visible world but you went into the invisible world and you're getting clues to what's reality and what's not, or how a certain lower vibration or energy or entity has been trying to hijack your reality and your manifestations in this realm. So it feels like it feels like somebody may have some good news coming in because of the things that you've gone through, and because of your tenacity to get through it and to focus on your goals. So you may have been focusing on your goals regardless of like towers and all kind of shit happening around you, and they're asking for you to continue forgiving. This feels like no matter what people are throwing at you, forgive them. Forgive yourself for wanting to respond in a different way, and allow yourself to relinquish the old parts of you that want to respond in any other way than peace. Because as you begin to lay that aspect of you to rest with this death and rebirth card, you're going to get rewarded. So if you've been feeling like things have been coming to a head, or somebody's been poking the bear, poking the bear, poking the bear, and you have been doing your best to lay low or avoid certain situations, you're going to see, ooh, you may see something play out differently. I'll just say that. What else do you have, Spirit, for this collective? You may have felt trapped and blocked. Okay, so the sun came out, so I must be right on the money with this one. There's a new beginning that's waiting for you that may be long overdue, that's taking you out of this like Five of Cups energy, this lack. So you may have been feeling like you may have been overcoming the idea of lack, even in the spiritual realm. Some people, when they think of lack, they automatically think about like material items and things of that nature. But what I'm getting is that if you have been feeling lack as far as things going spiritually for you in your career and things of that nature, you have been course corrected. These trials course corrected you. What Doesn't Kill You Make You Stronger by Kelly Clarkson. Also Stronger by Kanye West. I don't know if you heard those songs, or those songs been coming up on your playlist or something like that. But those could be signs that this reading is for you if you can hear me. Shadow Band Banter, that name is not just a name, it's named for a reason. So there's that. Um, Someone may have a gift of scent, like one of your clairs could be scents. Some of you may have had change, like finding loose change around, that's a sign that your material life is changing. The scarab beetle could be a sign for someone, the scarab beetle. Hmm. There's a, okay, some of you, through you exhibiting forgiveness through these trials that y'all been going through, that I mentioned that have set you on a course of a death and rebirth, that was a course correction for you also. The sun is about to shine. The sun, you are the sun. So a moon rod, you may have had to be the sun in dark situations. You may have had to, by you choosing forgiveness with yourself and learning how to forgive others too, you are the sun in situations that you may have no idea about. You may be exhibiting a certain frequency of the light that is beyond this time. And you may be at a point where what you've given out will be coming back to you. There may be a surge of energy here too, especially when I mentioned the Kundalini awakening at the opening of this reading. I'm gonna pull one more card. Mm, Okay, so two cards came out, so I thought I was gonna be pulling one card. It says you are the universe in whispers. So you may have, with this, not even you may, you've been following the guidance of your spirit guides, and this you are the universe card with the 29. 29 usually means that whatever was taken from you is returning back to you with the 2 and the 9. That also equals 11. So you could be riding the wave of a portal. Some of you may be healing your throat chakra, or if you've been having some neck pain, it would be you would gain some sort of healing by speaking your truth more and not biting your tongue. You're in a phase where you're going to have to learn how to speak and say what you mean and mean what you say, and also be forgiving of others and be aware of others' feelings while doing so. So this feels like a upgrade. This feels like a upgrade because something's going to another level. So you may be, I just heard high ranking. Some of you guys may be doing some journaling and writing, or they're asking for you to do more journaling and writing to help you process your emotions so you won't spaz out, or so you'll be more grounded in your response. Because you may have had a reason to not handle things you know, in a polished kind of way, but they're like, yeah, 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 continue handling things with class. Like you're sort of a class act. Okay, so they're asking you to handle things with class because you're supposed to leave something up for them to handle. You're the Most High. You're supposed to leave it up to them to handle. Okay, so what I'm also getting is that for for some of you, I'll say for me, what I've had to learn, what I've had to learn, okay, what I've had to learn, especially here recently, is that there are many different ways to view a scenario. So if you've had a 2 and 6, maybe to the numbers 2 and 6 together, you may be saying 26 or 2662 or 2662 or whatever. Um, there's many different ways to view a situation. So in a situation where you feel like you may have been hurt, betrayed, manipulated, things of that nature, the person that you feel like did it or the people that you feel like did it, they have a side of a story too. And whether their story is valid or not doesn't mean that their perspective should be counted out because their perspective is just as important as your perspective. Not because they win over you or anything like that, but some people in their reasoning for doing things, they feel validated in their mind that they can do certain things to protect themselves. And it's not necessarily your job to understand them or to validate them and what they did, but by you choosing to view things from a perspective other than your own lifts you up out of victimhood and brings you into a space of, okay, this person knew better or thought they knew better and chose an action that they felt like best suited them, and that's okay. And making peace with that, you forgive them for not knowing better, and you forgive yourself for any part or measure that you play in that. And that has been the course or the classroom that I've been experiencing at this time. I know I haven't been on here in a while for good reason. And today on 4:15, hey, it seemed like the perfect time to get on here. But you are not alone, and how you view the universe is based on your experience. And if you view the universe based on how people have treated you, then you may be viewing the universe and the world from a perspective of hurt and from a perspective of being damaged or a perspective that is jaded. And that's not necessarily the universe in its entirety. That is the universe that has been created based on your experiences and how you choose to see things from the lens that you see things through. And that could be limiting. And so, with this death and rebirth, as you are closing out situations and cycles and viewing things from a higher perspective and getting this upgrade, you're able to see that life, even through the trials and tribulations, still has its good if you look for it and focus on the good and not the negative. Okay, so on that note, I think I'm going to end it there. Thank you guys for tuning in. Um, Prayers to you and the Most High. And until next time, peace. It's 10:10, by the way, too.